And Steam, what's going on, y'all? So, this was a great weekend. We went 5 for 5, baby. Dubs on dubs. Um, all my plays hit. Well, when I say plays, I don't mean parlays. My only like 2 parlays that I played didn't hit. But regardless, all my leagues won, and shout out, man. I'm real happy about that. Just getting straight into it. So this is the Field of Reams recap. I ended up going against, taking the W, mind you. I ended up going against Dickie Said President. Dickie Said has gone from, what was it, All-Stars to Superstars to Redemption to Revenge. Now this year they're running for President. It's not looking too well. Shout out to Dickie Said, though. It's a good friend of mine. Much respect. It's an awkward place for us to be in right now, because this is a very crucial game. At this point now, we're going to be tied within the record aspects. We're getting close. We're both at the bottom, so we're getting close to the end. We're going to go over that in a little bit. But regardless, me against Marty Mars, a.k.a. The Party. Let's do it, man. So I ran with Klyer, because you guys know I'm running with Klyer because Klyer runs the ball. And that's what I need. That's what I love. He ended up playing Gino. Gino's been really hot lately, so I'm super thankful that he went ice cold. Not want to say ice cold, but he didn't look good at all. I think he fumbled twice. He had issues, couldn't complete anything. And then on top of that, no Metcalf. So you had to know that his numbers were going to go down a little bit. And everyone thought Lockett was going to just replace Metcalf's production. No way. Maybe a third of that, but nah, chill. Now when we're looking at the wide receivers, goon status, Amari Cooper. What happened, bro? Maybe I'm wrong on Amari Cooper. I'm starting to think that. Last time I said that was about Garrett Wilson in another league, and look how that's playing out. So maybe it's me, and I am overhyping Amari, and I'm thinking he's too much. But again, last time I said that, I was completely wrong. We'll see how it plays out. I'm not thrilled by the 0-point game. He is hurt, so we'll see what's going on with that. I have to look into his injury and see the extent of it, basically. But then he went against Tyreek. Tyreek said, he even put out a little tweet about go ahead and start him to his back. He's back, baby. Start him. Okay. 10 points. I mean, hey, I'm not mad at that. Like, it's 10 points, but you talking like you're about to drop 20 or something. At least 15. Sorry, it's raining. Make sure y'all can hear me. So next, Scary Terry, baller, aka Goon Extraordinaire. So shout out to Washington. That was a wild game. Love the finish of it. Big fan of Jaden Daniels. Low key hoping Washington makes some type of noise going forward, maybe into the playoffs. Regardless of the fact, though, Scary Terry, 15 points. And there were some people who clowned me in this league when I drafted McLaurin. Like, yo, McLaurin's not good. And I was like, I don't know. McLaurin's pretty damn decent. And he's had very subpar quarterback play. Bam. I mean, the numbers speak for itself. He went against George Pickens. This was the late game. I think this was the Monday game. And I was sweating because I'm thinking, all right, if Pickens has like a 25-point game on my ass, like we might be in some trouble here. But he didn't do much. 9 points, I'm cool. Bijan. You guys already know I'm playing Bijan Robinson every week, every time, every league. He's a goon. He eats. He does everything, bro. He's like guaranteed. I'm not gonna say he's guaranteed because then I say that and then he doesn't get it next week. But he's 99.9% guarantee touchdown every week. Bijan is what you drafted him to be. 20-point performance. I greatly appreciate you, dog. And you went against Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is a monster. He had a down game, 10 points, which is still hey, you put up the same amount as Tyreek Hill. Like, it's not that bad, double digits, so you always want that. And it's a bad game for him because he's been averaging so much. Love Aaron Jones. Always loved him since he was early days in the Packers, barely in the rotation, averaging like 5 yards a carry. Nowadays, he's the old man still balling. So shout out to Aaron Jones, and I appreciate you for not going off on me. But then if we're talking about running backs going off and others not, good looks on A-Chain. I'm a Dolphin fan. I live here in Broward. I actually live 10 minutes away from the stadium. I live county line. So it sucks. Or, I mean, it's good. A-Chain balled. And I have him in another league, so I need A-Chain to ball if I'm being 100% honest. And I love to see him doing it. It just sucked that I was playing against him this week when he did. So he dropped 23 points. Goon. Chuba Hubbard dropped a solid 8. I don't know what to say about that. There's still no Jonathan Brooks. I heard some news yesterday that they're talking about Brooks might not. Speculation, mind you, still a rumor. Nothing is for say. This isn't from the Panthers or from the organization or like from one of the close sources to the organization. This is just what people, analysts are speculating. Mostly fantasy analysts, if I'm being honest with you. But they're basically talking about shutting him down until next season at this point, seeing what they can get worth with Chuba and Bryce. I mean, I don't even know if Andy Dalton's thumb is messed up. They just traded Deontay. So I don't really know what they're trying to do, to be honest. I think you just give Bryce the reps. Hopefully he stays alive. Throw Dalton in when he's healthy, but don't let Dalton take over the team again simply because of the fact, you want to win, because you're not going to win let's get realistic. As a Dolphins fan, I got to be realistic, and I know my team isn't winning anything. We're not hitting that Super Bowl streak. So as a Panthers organization and fan base, you guys should understand that aspect too, man. Anyways, wasted enough time on that. Pickup of the week. Shout out to Cade Otton. Me and one of my boys had talked about this the minute that Godwin got hurt. We were both like, damn, Otton getting targets. And on top of that, now no Mike Evans, no Chris Godwin. He's going to eat. He's a red zone monster. Baker likes him in the red zone. I was like, let me just slide real quickly. So I ended up getting him, and it's definitely paying off. 24 points, man. That is a goon stat, especially from your tight end. Bro, that might have been what propelled me. That might have been the X factor. Because he went against Dalton Kincaid, who had 11 points. You're not even mad at 11 points from your tight end. That boy scored more than Tyreek Hill and Aaron Jones and George Pickens and Geno Smith. Damn. Dalton Kincaid scored more than Debo as well. Was Dalton Kincaid his high-scoring player? Wow. Dalton Kincaid was his high-scoring player. See? That hurts. But sometimes tight ends are important. Especially when yours drops 24. Shout out, baby. So, it's finally returned, dog. I've been saying it, Hands team. Get ready for it. Just wait on it. Cooper Kupp season. Cooper Kupp for the playoff run. And he's here. Cooper Kupp is back. 13 points. Modest. And like I just said, he went against Debo. Debo gave him 10 points. So I'll take the 3 extra. I'm super cool with that. Kupp's baseline is literally like 13 or more. His potential could be 30 or more. So I'm very happy with how Kupp is looking. Puka, on the other hand, is getting way too many targets for my liking. Holy fuck. Way too many targets. They need to dumb that down and spread the ball a little bit more. And by spread the ball, I mean like hyper-target Kupp. Sorry, biased. I have Kupp in like 4 leagues. No. Anyways, so when we look at the kickers, Tyler Bass finally did not get outscored by my opponent's kicker, and that being Justin Tucker. Tucker was arguably the best kicker in the game. This year the points aren't really adding up, but it's all about the flow of the offense, to be real. He probably still is the best kicker in the game. Wouldn't doubt the most accurate from far, from whatever distance. But nowadays it seems like every week there's a new kicker just blasting a 60-yarder, 59, 63, and just like whew, down the middle. So shout out. They both evened each other out with 7 points. So I'm not, it's a wash. And then when we look at the defense aspect, I played Arizona versus Miami, not knowing what was going to happen with Tua, how he was going to play. If A-Chain didn't have a good game again, they would just single in, figure maybe it'd be some picks. Didn't work out like that. Dolphins still lost, which is wild to me. But whatever. Arizona gave me 3 points. My opponent played the Jets versus the Patriots, which honestly is not a bad play. The Jets are supposedly have this monster banging defense, and yet they're getting dominated every week. They're getting scored on every week. And by New England sucks. So, hey, shout out. Now, if we just take a quick little peek at the bench here, and we realize the mistakes that we played, like, for instance, I should have benched Amari Cooper, threw Cooper in that Cooper Kupp in that slot, and I could have played Stevenson in my flex. Stevenson with 22 points. Man, I never know when to play this fucker. I'm going to be forced to play him. I'm actually starting him in my lineup this week because Amari Cooper's hurt. We see how that works out. But fuck, I'm nervous, to be honest with you. My opponent had Chase Brown. Oh yeah, Jameson Williams, still suspended. First game. Chase Brown, looking good, man. Kid's looking solid. And then Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers at 14 points. Jacoby Myers might be a real deal. Now with Devontae Adams gone, it's going to be just him and Brock Bowers. Bowers is going to eat like a motherfucker, but Jacoby is definitely going to see a handful of targets. Honestly, Jacoby might see like 15 to 20 targets a game. Maybe that's pushing it. Maybe like 15 to 16, 17. But I don't know. JSN, 9 points. This league is a lot. It's 4-man bench, 12-man. It's a lot harder to come by any type of talent. So, 9 points from a receiver. I got to actually hold on to that. Even though I don't think it's worth it. It's better than whatever's on the wire, if I'm being honest with you. Going against Pat Mahomes, 19. That's odd. I don't know why you're rostering 2 quarterbacks. Oh, maybe because Geno dropped 9 for you. Ooh, forgot about that. So I have Juan Jennings. Juwan Jennings. No. Juan. Oh, Jesus, whatever. He ended up being out. I picked him up. Devo's hurt. And Ayuk is gone for the year. We see how we do. Last time he played and Ayuk and Devo were both out, he balled. I mean, he played good even when Devo was in. It's not what I expected or wanted, per se. He got hurt, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to let him just sit on the bench a little bit. And then my opponent has Alexander Madison. Alexander is actually a great play, a great pickup in my opinion. He's getting a lot of work. He usually is getting a touchdown every game, even if he doesn't get the touchdowns. 6.90 and a heartbreaker. I'm not too mad at it just for what you expect from him, but he does have a lot of potential. I am a fan of Alexander Madison. The hands team, and that's it. That's the matchup. Now, if we're gonna actually look at how everything is looking within the rankings itself, so I'm in 11th place. Me and Marty just battled. That's why I said this game was very important. Me and Marty just battled it out for 10th and for the 11th and 12th spot. Because if I would have lost, I would have been 2-6, and he would have been 3-5. So super serious, very important game. Shout out to my dog though, man. Much respect to my dog Marty. He makes some bonehead decisions sometimes when it comes to actually what players to play. Even though he made the right decisions this game. Let's see. Hold on. Well, honestly, yeah. So he should have played maybe Mahomes over Geno. That's probably the only thing that I would have done differently. But Chase Brown over Aaron Jones and Devon A-Chain, no, I'm going to play them. I'm not playing Jacoby or Alexander I'm not playing Jacoby over Tyreek or George Pickens. And neither Debo. And I'm not taking Debo out for Madison. Well, it doesn't matter. Madison has 6 points. But I'm not taking Debo out for Jacoby. So, you know, all in all, it's tough to say. Again, shout out to my dog. I don't know, though, man. He makes some tough decisions sometimes. Always drafts like the best freaking team. I will tell you this. Always up there when it comes to the actual draft itself, and when you just look at his team, you're like, damn, that's a pretty solid fucking team. But then stuff happens, and he adds and drops. I can't even talk shit, bro. I'm only 1 spot above him, so I'm gonna stop that. Again, shout out to my dog Marty Mars, man. Much love. But if we're looking back into the rankings itself, So 7th through 11th, which is myself, are all 3 and 5. This is huge. 5 and 6 are 4 and 4. So they're only 1 game ahead of us. If they were to lose, going forward, we have 5 games left. And then even still, 3 and 4 is 5 and 3. So if things get shaken up a little bit and I win at least 4 out of the next 5, Hans team, I have a big possibility of maybe even sliding into the playoffs. I'm very surprised. I got a heavy matchup this week. I actually played Little Urban Achievers. They're the best team in the league. And I got a feeling they're about to spank my shit, to be real with you. But let's see what happens, man. 5 more weeks, baby. 5 more weeks. Let's see if we can make playoffs. But alright, Hans team. That was the recap of week 8? Yeah, that was a recap of week 8. Field of Reams. Again, dubs on dubs, baby. Let's get it. 119 and 93. 114 and 93. Alright, y'all.